I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Before those words are spoken in a wedding, I can almost guarantee you someone will read 1 Corinthians 13. And if you're not careful, you start thinking, well, this is just a chapter for weddings. No. This is a chapter on love. And what the world needs now, what we need is love. And if you want to know what love looks like, 1 Corinthians 13 gives us a picture. Nothing is more important than love. Jesus said, people will know you are my disciples by your love. And so we begin the chapter by Paul saying, it doesn't matter what spiritual gift I have. If I don't have love, I am nothing. If I give all my possessions to feed the poor, I am nothing. You are nothing. You are a big zero without love. So this is really important. And so he then describes to us what love looks like. Love is not just some emotional feeling that you get. Love is something that you do. It is a verb. It is an action word. And so he breaks it down for us in the verses that follow. And I'll just read them to you. And as I read, just think about in your own life how well you are exhibiting this kind of love. He begins in verse 4 by saying, love is patient. Love is kind. It's real easy to tell someone, I love you. Maybe you look at your spouse, love you, babe. It's easy to say, but if you really love that person, you'll prove it by the way you treat them every day. You'll be patient. You'll do kind things. It says love is kind. And then he gives us a few things that love does not do. He says love does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. Love doesn't envy. If someone else has something, I should rejoice that they have it rather than envy and wish it was mine. Nor should I boast or be proud. You could translate it puffed up. Then in verse 5, he tells us some more things love does not do. He says love does not dishonor others. In other words, love isn't rude. There's just a lot of people these days who are rude. That's not how love acts. Love is not self-seeking. That means it's not me first. It's becoming an other-centered person where you think about them first. Then he says love is not easily angered. Love does not fly off the handle. I heard someone say, well, I may lose my temper, but it's all over in a minute. So is a nuclear bomb, but the fallout remains. And the fallout, even after you're through losing your temper, the people you love are dealing with the fallout. Real love does not easily get angered. And it says love keeps no record of wrongs. The Greek word is logizomai. It means to keep a record, like on a ledger. Maybe there's someone in your life right now and they've hurt you and you're keeping track. You remember everything they have done. There's someone who had a supervisor who was mistreating him and every time he did something, he wrote it down and put it in a folder. In fact, he kept the folder in his desk. And every time that he was wronged, he would take the folder out and he would add it to his list. I shared this story with you in church maybe 15 years ago. One day he was reading this chapter and he came to this verse and he realized he needed to get rid of the folder. Real love forgives a person even when they don't deserve it. I told the story in church and then I handed out tiny manila folders. And we all wrote down the person's name who we needed to forgive. And I had a big trash can that I rolled to the front for you to put it in the trash. That's where this kind of stuff belongs, in the trash. If you love someone, you're going to have to love unlovable people who hurt you and wrong you. Don't keep a record of those wrongs. And then he becomes positive again. He says, love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always endures. Love never fails. A lot of things in this world may fail, but love never does. And you know how the Bible describes God? He's described as love. The Bible says God is love. And if God is living in your heart and you want to love people in this way, the best thing you can do is spend quality time with the Lord every day. As you read His Word, as you spend time in prayer, you're connecting to the God who is love. And this kind of biblical love will then be manifest in your life. I hope you have a really, really good day. And my final thought to you is go love somebody the right way.